Hi everybody, it's Catherine from In the Pink Designs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I would love it if you would subscribe if you're new here. And if you need any of the products that I use today, you can buy them from Stampin' Up through me at the address at the top of the screen. My project today is a little gift bag. The bag measures 3 3/8, and I'm going to go to just the top of the actual bag by 4 by 1.5. Okay, and for the handles, I used 2 of the seasonal label dies, and then I just glued them in there. Alrighty, I also used Clever Cat's stamp sets, of course the seasonal label dies, Frightful Tags dies for the web. I used the Banners Pick-a-Punch for this, and the Cute Halloween Designer Series paper. Alrighty, so this is what we need here. Okay, so we need 1 from the Frightful Tags dies. We need 1 of the webs out of the black glitter paper. We need a piece of the Cute Halloween Designer Series paper, 1 in this pattern that measures 3 by 2 1/4. We need a piece of black cardstock that is 3 1/4 by 2 1/4 by 2.5, and that's just going to be the mat for our DSP. We need 4 pieces of this pattern from the Cute Halloween DSP, 2 that are 3 by 3 3/4, and 2 that are 1 1/4 by 3 3/4. We need a piece of basic white for stamping. We need a strip of Granny Apple Green cardstock that is 1/2 inch high, which we're going to use for our sentiment. This is the leftover piece after the scrap piece after you cut your basic black piece for the box, which is 10 1/4 by 5.5. And we need the scrap piece. We're going to cut the labels out, the handle with these 2 labels, and we have to do it twice. So you can use your scrap for that, or little scraps if you have them. All right, so let's start by getting our Simply Scored. And we're going to start on the 10 1/4 side. And we're going to score at, let me straighten this out here, at 1.5, 4 7/8, 6 3/8, and 9 3/4. You can turn it to the 5.5 inch side and score it at 1.5. And that's that. All right, and now I'm just going to fold and burnish on all the score lines. Okay, and now this is what we're going to do. It's pretty simple. We're going to wedge our squares and keep the sides of our rectangle straight, and get rid of this lower rectangle, skinny one here, and wedge up to the piece above it. Alrighty, so I'm starting with the skinniest rectangle on the left-hand side, and there is a 1.5 inch rectangle strip on the bottom. I'm going to start on the left-hand side. We're going to go to the first score line and cut it straight up to the first score line. And then we're going to wedge both sides of this square. Okay, I'm going to go to the other side of this rectangle, cut it straight. Skip the square for now and cut the other side, the side of this other rectangle straight, and then wedge the 2 sides of the square in the middle here. Okay, go to the other side of this rectangle, cut it straight, and then we want to wedge up a little bit to get rid of this rectangle and then a little piece there. Follow it up and just take a tiny wedge out of the top. All right, so this is what it should look like after you've scored it and cut it. All right, now we need tear and tape, and we're going to put it on what's left of the skinny rectangle and get it as close to the score line as you can. I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to take the backing off. I'm going to flip the whole thing over, flip the panel that has the glue on it, and then flip this side over to meet it. Okay, so this is your back here. All right, so we're going to put, I turned it upside down. I'm going to put the side flaps and the back flap down, and we're going to put tear and tape on the back of the front flap. And I'm going to put one close to the edge and one in a little bit farther. Alright, and then just try to make sure that it's nice and square, that all both sides meet up. I have a little bit of extra sitting here. There we go. Alrighty, and that's your box. Alright, now for the handles, what we're going to do is you're going to put, now let me see, where's my dies? Yeah, these 3 dies are in the same shape, basically just different sizes. So it's the smaller 2 that we're going to use, okay? And you're going to put the bigger one down and then the smaller one as far down as you can put it, touching the bottom here. So the both of them are touching each other, and the inside one is as far down as it can go. Then you're going to need some low-tack tape, and you're going to tape them just like this and run it through. And what you come out with is this. All right, because I wanted a bigger, if I did it right in the middle, they'd both be kind of skinny. So I just pushed them all down so we can glue in there all of this part, and only the top will show. So you need to do that twice, and your scrap of cardstock is just enough. A little more for a mistake if you make it. All right, so we have 2 of these. All right, so I'm going to get my liquid glue, and I'm just going to put glue on the bottom 2 scallops and this whole part on the front side of it. Okay, so I'm going to put some there and all around there. Then I'm going to stick it in here and have the bottom, just a little bit of the this middle scallop inside the box. All right, just make sure you have it nice and even. Oops. And then you can press all in there that I need. And I have a piece of tissue, and I'm just going to just get up any extra glue that's in there, and it's a little bit crooked. And then you just push it. And there you go. That's one side. Now we're going to flip it over and do the other side. And remember, I'm putting the glue on the front side from the bottom scallop down, and then just a little bit of the middle scallop will go underneath, just so that it measures across here just right. And I'm just going to try to get up any of the extra glue so that it's not sticky on any of the nice contents you put in. Make sure that this is nice again. And there you go. This. Okay. This one slid again on me here. Just a little bit. Thank goodness for glue, for liquid glue, or else we'd be in trouble. All right, now where's our front again? This is the front of our box here. Okay, so this is the front of our box. And now we're going to bring in our designer series paper. All right, so we have 2 pieces that are 3 by 3 3/4, and they're going to go on the front and the back. Okay, and then 2 pieces that are 1 1/4 by 3 3/4 for both sides. Alrighty, now we need our two pieces, our piece of black cardstock that is 3 1/4 by 2 1/2, and our piece of the different pattern, DSP, that is 2 1/4 by 3. And we're going to glue them together and then glue them onto our bag. Okay, now we're going to do some stamping. Okay, so we need our piece of basic white cardstock and our Tuxedo Black ink. And we're going to do the outline of the pumpkin from Clever Cat stamp set. And I'm just going to, since this is photopolymer, I'm going to put it on my Stampin Pierce mat. I'm going to put this like that. Alrighty. Well, let me try that again. There we go, better. All right, and then we're going to use our pumpkin pie ink to do the inside of the pumpkin, and I'm going to try to get the bottom of the pumpkin even with the inside. That's good. And then we need our Tuxedo Black ink again. And we have the little kitty that's going to be peeking out of the pumpkin. And you need to go, almost feel like you're going on top of the pumpkin. Alrighty. To get him on there. And then I need a light pumpkin pie Stampin' Blend. And I'm going to just fill in the spots with a little bit lighter color here to make a little bit of, looks like shadow. And then I'm going to use light Granny Apple Green for the cat's eyes. I had a black cat when I was little, and in the dark, her eyes did look green. All right, and then I just have to fussy cut this out, which is what I've done here. Alrighty, so now, what do we need? Now we need our piece of 1/2 inch Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to use the Banner's Pick-a-Punch, and I'm going to use this pointed side, and I'm going to put it in nice and straight. Make sure that it's in there good, and just, okay, so then we have that. And then I'm going to use the Tuxedo Black ink, and I'm going to use the Sentiment Have a Perfect Halloween. I'm going to put this, excuse my head, right on there. Good. Except I think I did it a little bit too far to the left. So what I'll do is I'll put it in again, but this way so I can see it. And take that. One more time. Perfect. Okay. And then I'm just going to take my scissors and just cut it straight. There we go. And I didn't. There we go. All right. And we need our web out of black glitter paper. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just put this so that it is sticking just a tiny bit over the black cardstock. All right, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put one dab of glue in the middle where it's solid. All right, and then I'm just going to put it so that just a little bit sticks off on each side. Oopsie. Alrighty. Good. Okay. And then I'm going to get the dimensionals. And I'm going to put 3 on the cat. I'm going to put 1 in each corner of the bottom, and then 1 as far up as I can get it, because that will catch some of the web. And I'm going to put him down to the right. But I'm keeping him on this DSP here. I don't want it to go off at all. Okay, and then we're going to put 2 dimensionals. Oops, that one. Okay, the cover fell off on that one. Okay, on the back of the sentiment, and we're going to have it almost to the edge here, and that will pin down the rest of the spider web, so we don't have to go through gluing the whole spider web. All right, and for the final touch, I'm going to take some of our glittered organdy ribbon, and I'm just going to tie a bow around the right handle of the right side of the handle. Okay, and what I have in here is a bunch of stuff. I have from Dollar Tree one of the little paddle balls and one of the little games. I have a slap bracelet from Walmart. I have some Twizzlers, some Skittles, and a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. So you can fit a whole bunch of stuff in there. Alrighty, thank you so much for watching. I have all my information on my blog, which will be linked below, and my contact information is linked below in case you have any questions. And please don't hesitate to contact me. I would love it if you would purchase any Stampin' Up! Supplies you need through me. And the address is listed below, the link is below, and the address is at the top of the screen. Have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye!